Tools for a Better World by James Casillo. Presented by Michael DeGeer, Samer Bakri, and Sean Sehorst. The purpose of this PowerPoint is to inform our viewers of the significance of social issues, as well as the solutions that follow. We will be doing this by analyzing a TED Talk. In this particular presentation, we want to discuss the importance of environmental consciousness, technological advancements, and the collaboration in order to achieve the central goal of creating a better future. By the end of this presentation, we hope that each individual viewer will not only be fully informed on what it takes to achieve a successful social change, but also inspire to create and lead their own. This presentation was brought to you by Michael DeGeer, who currently attends San Diego State University and is pursuing a degree in computer science. Samer Bakri, who also attends San Diego State University and is pursuing a degree in business. And Sean Sehorst, who also attends San Diego State University and is pursuing a degree in computer engineering. So the thesis. This presentation will introduce you to who James Casillo is. It will introduce you to worldchanging.com and also discuss the mission behind it. We will also analyze Casillo's main claim, evidence, and context in depth, which will ultimately help all of you understand the purpose of the TED Talk, Tools for a Better World. But before we start, we would like to address the rhetorical writing situations. So let's start off with audience. TED conferences are held with a purpose to inspire and promote ideas in order to ultimately lead to a change in the world. So, TED Talks bring in people who are determined to elicit change in society, and also people who hope to broaden their worldview of not only the world, but also the cultures that inhabit it. So the audience of this specific TED Talk, which was held on February of 2006, were individuals who aspire to live and create a more sustainable life, and also promote a greener planet. So, the genre of this text is a public lecture, which is a speech open to anyone who is interested and wishes to listen. This has significance because it attracts an audience who voluntarily want to be inspired and educated. So this brings us up to the exigency, which can be defined as an urgent need or demand. So Casillo's exigency urges his audience to start making necessary change now. Now this is because that this is the only possible way to save the planet that we live on. The only planet that we have. Now, he states that society needs to create a future that is greener and more efficient. And once again, that change must be brought now. So, we've been talking a lot about James Casillo. So let's talk about who he is. Well, according to Foreign Policy magazine, he is one of the top 100 global thinkers in the world. He focuses on emerging technologies, environmental dilemmas, and cultural transformation, and specializes in the creation of possible scenarios and solutions of the future. In 2003, he co-founded worldchanging.com. Now, what is worldchanging.com? Well, it was a website that was launched in October of 2003, which is dedicated to finding solutions to problems that society faces in order to create a better, cleaner, more efficient future. It also promotes innovations that provide a path for a future that's more sustainable, more equitable, and more desirable. Now, the website is open to anyone who is determined to make this theoretical future possible. So, we'll now talk about the context. The context refers to an outside source or event that impacts the way another text is being written and analyzed. So it is essentially any outside source that affects the text. So the first type of context is historical context. The historical context that affected the TED Talk was pollution in overpopulated cities, global warming, a society that is very involved in with technology, and also the time period, because this took place before the economic crash of 2007-2008. So, the first one is pollution. Now, pollution is a significant issue when Castillo presented his lecture, and it is still today, which is 10 years later. With pollution affecting so many countries in the world, this forces society to address this issue. Now, this specific TED Talk is determined to create a cleaner, healthier Earth, and wants to inspire and motivate people to search for solutions to the growing problems. So pollution played a major role in why this TED Talk was being addressed. Next is global warming. Global warming is an international issue that is often referred to the most significant threat that Earth faces. This being a huge, irreversible situation, forces people and organizations like James Castillo and WorldChanging.com to address and suggest possible solutions. Now, we can't prevent global warming because it is already occurring, but we can innovate new ideas and solutions to slow it down and potentially stop it. So global warming also played a major role in why this TED Talk was being presented. Also, technology. Now, without a doubt, the society that we live in today relies heavily on technology. Now, the United States, being one of the most technological advanced societies, relies on technology and urges society to use it for its benefits. Now, in this TED Talk, technology is brought up a lot when talking about a better future. It is also seen as a gateway to a better future. So because technology is a growing industry, and also, stated before, pollution and global warming is a growing problem, the two can be used hand in hand to find solutions. Lastly, of historical context, is the pre-financial crisis. Because this lecture took place before the economic crisis of 2008, when the global marketplace saw an economic downturn, society was not significantly focused on the problems on a global scale like they are today. Because this generation was not used to seeing major problems, they were not ready for the economic crash in 2006. Now, a lot of you may be asking yourself, how does this relate to the text? Well, this can ultimately make people open their eyes and realize that if they didn't see the problems with the economy back then, maybe they're not seeing the problems with the world now. So, but besides political context, or besides historical context, we have political context. Now, some political context that I would like to address is also global warming, and besides that, diseases. Now, global warming, like in historical context, is also a major political context. In 2006, global warming was a main issue in politics, as it still is today, and California state legislation introduced the Global Warming Solutions Act, which was brought in April of 2006. Now, because acts like these force people not only to reduce pollution, to stop global warming, but also, in a way, provide an incentive for organizations to find solutions. Now, disease also plays a role in political context because diseases on a global scale forces governments to collaborate to fight for the cause. Now, it also gives governments, organizations, and individuals an incentive to develop solutions faster in order to contain the spread. Now, with this also inspires organizations like WorldChanging.com because they see the need to find solutions to problems on a global scale. Societal context. Now, societal context is events that happen in society that influence the text that's being analyzed. One societal context is the environmental movement, which started in the 1960s. It is a movement that is dedicated to find solutions to the issues that the environment faces. These issues range from global warming to maintaining the natural ecosystems. Movements like these call attention to the issues of the world and once again forces people and governments to address them, urging them to find a green and healthier way to address these problems. Now, all of these contexts can be seen as a purpose to why Tools for a Better World was created. Now, let's talk about the main argument. Casillo's main claim was summarized when he stated, "The truth is, we can build a better world, and we can do so right now." Casillo, as well as the organization he works for, believes that a better future is possible, but society needs to unify and collaborate in order to achieve a more sustainable, healthier, and generally better tomorrow. So, before we go on, we have to address what is a better future. Well, according to Casillo and his organization, one major factor that plays into a better future is environmental consciousness. He believes that we need to heal the earth rather than hurt it, as we are currently doing. Now, this would require more efficient cars, towns, and energy. But most importantly, this will require the willingness to collaborate as a society. In addition, a better future will have advances in technology and medicine. Not only that, these advances will also be shared and readily available for anyone who needs it. But also, community togetherness. Now, I created this. Now, this is a separate point because it does have a significant role in a better future. Because the only way that society will obtain this future is by working together. Some subclaims that Castillo made was that society needs to have a positive attitude and outlook when it comes to finding solutions to the world's problems. Working together, whether it be in person or through social media, benefits society more than hurts it. Basically, the good outweighs the bad. And also, technology is the best when it connects the people who use it. So let's talk about the evidence that Castillo had when making these claims. Some evidence that he had was his credibility, his personal experience, examples, and his diction. So let's start with credibility. Castillo establishes credibility through speaking at a TED Talk. TED welcomes speakers who have ideas to change attitudes, lives, and ultimately the world. This establishes credibility in the eyes of the viewers because it portrays Castillo as a knowledgeable figure who aspires to change the world. His organization, WorldChanging.com, also gives Castillo credibility. Now, because this is a website dedicated to building a better future, Castillo's appeals to ethos is strengthened. This convinces the audience to realize that Castillo is a credible source through his experience in this specific field. The audience will distinguish Castillo as a leader and a prominent figure in the world-changing movement. Now, credibility reinforces Castillo's main claim because the audience will respect and acknowledge what he has to say. It is evidence that Castillo has experience with the company he co-founded, as well as experience with producing new solutions to the world's problems. This allows Castillo to get the audience's attention, which will strengthen his argument to why it is necessary and urgent to build a better future. Another form of evidence was personal experience. Now, Castillo stated a shift in his state of mind. Castillo was born in the mid-1960s, which led to his pessimism of not only the world, but also the problems that came with it. Now, he stated that working on WorldChanging.com has convinced him to have a more optimistic view of the world, but more specifically, an optimistic view on the steps it takes to reach the solutions. Now, this supports his main claim because it demonstrates how Castillo's view were changed by this Earth-helping organization, proving that if one's view of the world can be changed, everyone else's view has the potential to be changed as well. In addition, Castillo's experience also promotes his main claim as it illustrates that working together, whether it be in a group or organization, yields positive impacts on society. Personal experience also supports his subclaims that society needs to have a more positive attitude and outlook when it comes to finding solutions to the world's problems, because it reinforces that a simply positive outlook can change the outcome of a situation. This brings us to evidence by examples. Now, examples such as the innovations which are based off biomimetic approaches, which is using the natural world for more efficiency. This allows the audience to get a better understanding of what a better world looks like and how to achieve it. Now, some of the examples stated were inflatable concrete shelters, ultra-high efficiency designs for homes and cars, cleaner sources of energy, and even the cell phone. Now, these innovations not only promote sustainability, but also promote communication throughout the world, which will ultimately lead to the collaboration of society. Now, these examples support his main claim because it gives the audience a brief insight to a better future, shows the innovations that already exist that can further benefit society, exemplifies how change requires collaboration of skills and ideas, and also shows that it is possible to start building a better future now, and it is up to us to do so because nobody is going to do it for us. Now, the most significant example was Earth Witness. Earth Witness was a theoretical collaborative website that would promote innovations and accelerate the process of finding solutions. Now, this applied to all of Casillo's main claims because the website facilitates a collaborative work environment to advance technology, medicine, world efficiency, and much more. This theoretical website forces the audience to recognize that creating a better future isn't difficult, it simply requires collaboration. Lastly, diction also helped with the evidence. Diction also played an essential role in obtaining more credibility by establishing a professional, confident voice. By stating sentences such as the future that we will create will be the future that we are proud of, highlights the confidence that Casillo has in society. Using will instead of can conveys to the audience that a better future is possible and will happen. Diction advocates his main claim as his confident word choice and urgent tone provides that he has the same confidence in people to urgently solve world problems, which is intended to inspire his audience. So, the précis, which is going to give a wrap up of everything that we discussed. So, a futurist and author on the advancements of technology, James Casillo, in his public lecture held in 2006, Tools for a Better World, argues that society has the capability to create a better future, but society needs the motivation to quickly collaborate in order to achieve it. Casillo supports his claims by first exemplifying what a better world is, and then following it up with evidence from the organization he co-founded, WorldChanging.com. In addition, the diction he employed exhibited the confidence that he had in the society he sought to inspire. His purpose was to inform as well as call attention to the inefficiency of the contemporary world and to convince people that society can and should make a change today. Casillas maintains a formal professional tone for the viewers at the TED Talk, an audience of people who seek to be inspired and want to better the world and have their minds opened in new ways. Thank you so much for listening, and we hope that you are now inspired to create and lead your own social movements. Thank you.